Hello, YouTube and podcast world. Welcome to the show. Today, I'm going to share with you my lesson, a mini lesson, straight from my workshop teacher membership unit. It is the first mini lesson of workshop. And the unit that everyone is getting, all the members, I email them a link to a unit every month. That's part of being a member, is called Launching Reading and Writing Workshop. I have a lot going on right now because I'm recording the podcast. I'm recording using my phone for YouTube. Yes, that is a cat behind me. And I know those of you who are listening on the podcast cannot see the cat. But if you want to see the cat, if you want to see the weird mirror behind me, that's me. Hi. Go watch my YouTube video. This podcast episode is on my YouTube channel, and it is here on iTunes, Spotify, all the podcast places, right? Okay. So let's get into this. Do you want to know what the first mini lesson of the Launching Writing and Reading Workshop unit looks like, sounds like? Let's go. Let's do this. Okay. So every mini lesson that I write for my members starts with an objective. So here's the objective. Students will learn the three major components of the workshop system: the mini lesson, work time, and share time. The cat is excited. Okay, so here are the materials that you will need for this lesson. You're going to need a workshop pie chart with those three pieces, those three slices. You're also going to want to go and look on YouTube for a video called Battle Royale Tutorial Beginner's Guide. And I have a link to it in the lesson, and I'll link to it in the comments on YouTube. And then you also need a slideshow or some place to put a choice board. What's a choice board? It's basically a list of choices students have during work time, okay? And I'll tell you what's on the choice board for this day when I'm done with the lesson. And then also each student needs a composition notebook, okay? That's it. That's all you need. Okay, so let's start out with the hook. You're going to ask students if they have ever played Fortnite. I'm sure 99% of them have. Then ask them to raise their hands if they have ever played Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, this is different. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's okay. Your students will teach you. And that's an amazing thing when your students can teach you some stuff. It feels really good to know something your teacher doesn't, right? So put yourself in the position of the student. Do it more. It's awesome for students and for the teacher. Okay, and also you can learn about this by looking at this tutorial video that's on YouTube about battle royales. And I'd never heard of it until my students started talking about it. And by the way, if this video is restricted at your school, don't worry about it. Don't even show it. Just ask students to tell you what a Fortnite Battle Royale is. The main things you need to know are that there's this purple bus and it flies across the sky in the beginning of the battle. And your character is in this bus and you parachute out of this purple bus onto land. As soon as you get on land, it is your job to go and find as many tools as possible. And you have to really go quick and find the best stuff or just find whatever's around you. By the way, I've never played this before. I like to do lessons that have really a lot of fun, right? You want to engage your students. And then there's lots of obstacles that players face once they land, okay? So that's your hook. You just start asking them about Fortnite Battle Royale. Here's the teaching point, and you want to state this really, really directly. This teaching point is basically, what are they going to learn in this lesson? So you're going to say, today you will learn about the system of workshop that we're going to be using in this class this year. And I'm going to help you understand this system by comparing it to Fortnite Battle Royale. Okay. Then you're going to go ahead and start your lesson. You're going to model and show students what you mean. So you're going to show them the workshop pie chart. Remember, the pie chart is divided into slices. The smallest slice is the mini lesson. That's you teaching. The largest slice is the work time that students are writing or reading. And then there's another small slice for closure. Okay. So you're going to show them this pie chart and you're going to say, hey, everyone, I'm going to explain workshop by comparing each of these slices to different parts of Fortnite Battle Royale. Okay. So let's go ahead and start doing this. The first part of workshop is called the mini lesson. During the mini lesson, you will bring your notebooks to our meeting area. Then I will teach you a short lesson, 10 minutes or less, with no interruptions and no questions. Don't worry, I'll be available to answer all of your questions and help you during the work time portion. So if you think of a question, please write it down in your notebook so you don't forget it. Okay, you're probably wondering, how in the world is this like Fortnite Battle Royale? Well, let me explain. It's like when you jump from the big purple flying bus and have to quickly grab a weapon and ammo to survive. I provide you with all the weapons and ammo you need to succeed as a reader and writer, right? And you're only in the purple bus for like a really short amount of time. So that's like, like the mini lesson is really short. And then you're like, once you land and you're like in the battle, that's the work time, okay? The next part of workshop is work time. This will last for about 20 minutes and probably is the most challenging part of workshop because you actually have to do some hard work to survive. This is like Battle Royale. I mean, you're up against 100 other people and there are tons of obstacles that can throw you off and even kill you. Now, reading and writing won't kill you, but it can be very challenging and there are many obstacles. But don't worry, there will be many tools available to you during this challenging time. In Battle Royale, you can pick up supplies to help you. In workshop, your supplies will be charts, mentor text, your classmates, and me. You'll learn more about these things in the coming days. Now explain the closure time. That's the last portion of workshop. The last part of workshop is called closure. You can also call it share time. This is an opportunity to share your writing, to share something you read with someone, to reflect on your growth, share some of your challenges. I know there are many people sharing their Battle Royale wins and fails on YouTube and other social media. So think of share and closure time like that. Okay, so that's the mini lesson. Now you're going to direct students into the work time portion. For the first day of workshop, give students lots of choices so you want them to enjoy themselves and be like, wow, this workshop thing is kind of cool. So on your whiteboard, you might write choice board or become a member and I will send you all the materials you need. I have a slideshow with all the choices for every lesson. Explain to students, and by the way, you can become a member by going to amandarightnow.com and clicking membership at the top of the navigation menu. Okay. Explain to students that they can pick one option and then when they get done with that, they can choose another option. Make sure students understand that they need to work on activities from the choice board for the entire 20 minutes. Okay, and then I also recommend you listen to or go to my blog and look up noise levels because that's really important. And for the first day of workshop, I recommend having like a whisper noise level. And I'll tell you what the choices are. So let me go ahead and go to the choice board for the first day. So these are some of the choices you could give students on the first day of workshop. Have them, okay, so choice board. List your favorite movies, shows, people, songs, food, video games, anything. And this is a great thing to have students do the first day of workshop because they get to know each other, you get to know them. It's a really great way to connect as a community. And guess what? They're writing, and they're writing about something they know about. Draw, or this is a second choice, draw, sketch your favorite thing. So some students love drawing, so give them that outlet. Let them draw in their notebooks. Read a book, a magazine, a comic, by yourself, with a partner, no computers or phones, please. So I really think that we need to draw those boundaries and those lines when it comes to technology in our classroom. So sometimes we use technology, sometimes we don't. I'm the boss of it. Got to listen to me when we're using it, when we're not. Okay. Another option for them for this first day is to read a book, a magazine, a comic with a friend. If you aren't actually reading, you will be asked to separate. So those are your choices for the first day of workshop. Okay, what about conferring? So let me talk about conferring for a minute. Today, during the first day of workshop, circulate around the class, looking over students' shoulders and connecting with what you see them reading or writing. You could say things like, tell me more about that. I've always wanted to learn how to, whatever they know a lot about. That's my favorite blank too, like making connections. What's your book about? Definitely take note of which students choose to read, which students choose to write, which students sit together, which students are goofing off, which students are kind of like off by themselves. I think all of this is really, really important information for you to take note of. Like, do you need to write everything down? No. Like, I think the most important thing is to connect with your students. But if you notice a few students, you might write a few notes about them. Okay. And then during your closure during this lesson, allow students to share their top 5 favorite things from their list in small groups. Then allow a few students to share with the whole class. Have students stand up if they too have the same favorite on their list. So they're building connections. This is a great way to get your students getting to know each other, connecting with people that aren't necessarily, friends. You could also have students who chose to read a book, talk about their book and why everyone else should read it. So starting book talks in your class is really powerful. And I have a really great book talk chart of like what students can say when they give a book talk on my website. So you'll have to go search that just in the search bar, type charts and you'll find it. Okay, I hope that you teach this lesson when school starts, and you should totally tell me about how it went in the comments on YouTube. Email me, contact me. You can also find me on Instagram and send me a message. You can join my Facebook group. Tell me how the lesson went. I would love to hear about it, and I would love for you to become a member of my community. It's only $25 a month. You can try it out for a month and see how you like it. If you don't like it, if it's not for you, if you're not using the materials, you can always cancel. It's not like you're committed for like an entire year or anything. It is wonderful if you are looking to save time this year and really find lessons that are engaging and fun and really help your students become readers and writers in real life. That's awesome, right? Isn't that our goal? So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.